What is up, beautiful people? It's Wolf Brother Mythos from the channel Frost and Fists, and welcome to this video. And tonight, this video is my entry into the Mini Warmutt's Going the Distance Painting Challenge. Mini Warmutt puts on a couple of these painting challenges each year, and they're awesome to participate in. They're great motivators to help get stuff painted up, and I usually try and participate in them, and I'm definitely going to participate in this one now. Even though half the month is already gone, and I'm really, missing out a lot of the time, I'm still going to try and pledge to do 24 models this month. So, admittedly, it was after the first, so it still counts for the challenge. I've already got a jump start on one of them. I painted up this Battletech Mini sent to me by Gamers with Coffee a while back. And you guys, even though I hadn't recorded my entry video yet, you guys ever have it where you get a color scheme in your mind and you just got to test out that color scheme? You got to put paint to the model and realize, like actually see in your hands how that paint scheme is going to come out. That's why, even though I hadn't recorded my challenge video yet, I went ahead and painted my first mini for the month, because I've got a whole bunch of Battletech minis for my army coming up, and I just had to see how this synthwave idea I had, inspired by Heresy for Heretics, I just wanted to see how it would look on a Battletech mini, and I love the way it came out, and that is going to be the way that I paint up all of the Battletech minis this month. And like I said, there's quite a few of them coming, so my total vow for this month's Mini Warmutt painting challenge is 24 models, and 17 of them by themselves are Battletech minis. So in addition to the Battletech mini we just looked at, thank you very much, Lily, I love you so much, is first I've got an Inner Sphere Battletech Inner Sphere Battletech Battle Lance, and this one contains the Phoenix Hawk, my very first Battletech mini I ever played with when I was around 16. And I'm really stoked that, it was metal at the time, and I had so much fun playing the Phoenix Hawk back then, that I just had to get my hands on, this newer version of the Phoenix Hawk, and I can't wait to paint it up in the synthwave color scheme as well. Thank you so much, Zane. Welcome to the chat. So that's 4 minis right there from this Inner Sphere Battle Lance. Continuing with Inner Sphere, I've got an Inner Sphere Recon Lance here. So 4 more minis. A third box Inner Sphere Heavy Recon Lance. So I've got 1 box of big mechs and then some recons here. And then this one is actually clan, but these will be captured and repurposed mechs. I've got 4 more clan command star here. You'll notice this one in the middle is missing. That's because that was a die show, and that is how I paid for this box. So Brother Roxas, or if you see him in the chat sometimes, Brother Geary, made me an offer saying that if I painted up the die show for him in clan Snow Raven colors, that I could keep the rest of the box set. And so they are going to be joining my Synthwave Inner Sphere army. And so that's 16. So I've got the one here, the Battletech Mini, and 16 more Battletech Minis that are all going to be Synthwave. So really stoked with how the first ones comes out, and now I've got the confidence to go forward and, do my best up painting the rest of the army in that Synthwave scheme. I want to come up with some kind of... I really need a deep dive into the Battletech lore, and so that way I can kind of come up with a reason of why they've got this 6 Synthwave scheme. So that is all the Battletech stuff for the month. I've got a bunch of Snow Raven stuff, Clan Snow Raven stuff to paint up as well. They're not going to be on this month's challenge because I've got more, not decals, more when you're airbrushing, it's a thing you put on top. Patterns, the patterns you put on top to airbrush. The word will come to me in a minute, but I got a bunch of those coming in because of the kind of camo scheme I'm doing on the Clan Snow Raven. So waiting on those to come in, and then I'll get started on that. So those will be a separate Those will be next month's painting project when I get in all of those gosh, what is the word? Anyways, whenever I've got those patterns in. So the next part of the challenge is 2 Krieg Field Marshals here for my Imperial Guard. You guys know I have to put in Imperial Guard. It's pretty much in somewhere in almost all of my painting challenges. So 2 Krieg Field Marshals, and currently my Krieg Sergeants have power swords, but I really wanted to get them the power fists, so 2 Plasma and power fist Krieg Sergeants as well. So can't wait to get those painted up for my Kriegers. And then 2 more. So I mentioned that the first mech I painted was a gift from Gamers with Coffee. And when they sent me that, they also sent me 2 other gifts that I will be painting. I had originally painted these up in my own custom Space Wolf scheme. You may have seen them on the channel before. They're my custom black, blue, and silver Space Wolf scheme that I do. Because I originally, when I first got into the hobby, I didn't like this Space Wolves kind of gray blue, especially the more brighter color. I think it's rust blue. It's almost pastel, you know, and my friend and I used to refer to it as Easter egg blue. But now that I see that, you know, over the years I've come to see that there are other ways of painting it. You know, you can go more the darker route with the fang or gray colors and really bring some depth out of that armor color. So I've stripped these down to the bare metal, so that way I can paint them up again in classic Space Wolf colors. I really feel like, you know, Greg and Ashley honored me with these very classic Space Wolves metal sculpts, and so I want to go back and give them a classic color scheme. You know, my style, of course, there's going to be airbrushing, and I'm going to focus more on the darker colors like the fang and just using the lighter colors as a highlight. But yeah, I'm going to go up and give these a classic Space Wolves color scheme. And then, if I get past all of those models, model number 24, my reward at the end of the month for sticking with the Going the Distance challenge, I'll be able to add my Primarch. He's primered up, you know, sprayed blue with that GW blue, ultramarine blue primer. But yeah, that's as far as he is. He's just barely started. And that'll be my reward at the end of the month. Should I finish all of my vows, I'll get to paint up and add a Primarch to my Ultramarines army, which I'm really excited for. So, this was a gift bought for me by my lovely Lily, and I'm really looking forward to adding him to my army. So, that is all of my vows for the Mini Warmutt's Going the Distance Painting Challenge. I highly recommend that you check out Mini Warmutt. Down in the description below, you'll find a link to our link tree, the Friends of the Frost and Fists. And yeah, check out Gamers with Coffee there. Check out Mini Warmutt. They're both, you know, knocking it out of the park with the challenge this year. And yeah, give them a sub. Check out everyone actually that's participating in the Going the Distance challenge this year. And good luck to everyone who is participating in the Going the Distance challenge this year. You know, may you get all the things that you wanted painted, and good luck, because I know that you can go the distance. Charles, my friend, good evening. How are you doing, my man? It is late. I know everyone. It is super late here, and so dinner is what caused me to be late. I had this massive pork roast I was doing as pulled pork. I've made it in the pressure cooker a million times, a couple dozen times, honestly. And this one is the biggest, thickest roast that I'd done in a while, and so yeah, so it was initially supposed to be done not too long before I jump on the show. So I was like, okay, I'll pull it out, I'll shred it, I'll jump on the show, no big deal. But I had to put it back in the pressure cooker twice, and it's still, I got off a few layers of pulled pork. Hello, Jingle. I got off a few layers of pulled pork, But honestly, I only shredded half of it, and I put the rest back in because it still wasn't as tender as it usually comes out. So it was pretty crazy. And so anyways, so it's 10 o'clock here for dinner. It's super late for us, but I didn't want to just jump on the stream and then, because I'm the only one that uses the pressure cooker, and I didn't want to just jump on the stream and then kind of like leave my lovely lady and the kiddos stuck out for dinner, you know, and just not be able to take care of it. So that's why I'm late. I wanted to make sure I got dinner taken care of and sorted for the fam. And yeah, just, you know, like pitfall after pitfall. So I originally put it back in for like another 35 minutes. You know, it was, or no, first an extra 20 minutes, that wasn't long enough, and then another 35 minutes, that wasn't long enough. So anyways, yeah, lots of sidetrack stuff there, but I'm here now, and it may not be a super long stream, but I didn't want to go the whole evening not doing the stream, and I thought, you know what, at the very least, even if I don't talk for a long time, I should go ahead and get out, you know, what I plan to do for the Mini Warmutt's painting challenge. Hi, sweet boy. You got 112 out of the 248 figures done. Wow, that is no. Don't knock all my BattleTech off the desk. Less talking, more painting. I am not painting on stream at the moment, but I will definitely be painting through the weekend. So I just did my vow, Brother Brian. I just and of course I'll make sure to chop and edit it and get it up on the channel officially. I did take a screenshot, or not a screenshot, I did take a picture of the models together per your request, and I'll put that up in the Facebook group. And so I vowed 24 models, 17 of them being BattleTech models, still brand new in box. And I've got some Kriegsmen for my Imperial Guard, and I've got a couple of classic miniature models that I stripped down just for this challenge from Greg and Ashley. I had painted them in my custom Space Wolves color, but I want to go back and do it with a, you know, a classic Space Wolf, or yeah, a classic Space Wolves color. You know, do a little tradition on these guys. And I'm going to do my Primarch at the very end. That'll be kind of my reward if I make it through the challenge, is getting a Primarch on the battlefield. Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot to me, Brother Brian. I really put a lot of my heart into my painting, so the compliment means a lot to me. So the main subject tonight, of course, being the Mini Warmutt painting challenge. I've done that. I've got my vow, 24 models. Not a huge amount like Charles, and 248 models that he's already halfway through. That is spectacular, my friend. I am so impressed. But I do think, even though I'm like halfway through the month, I'm super late, I do think I'm going to be able to churn these out pretty decently, because I'm going to primer them all black with some Vallejo surface primer. I think I'm going to get me, I don't have, like I have, you know, some of these, you know, round style dry brushes, but I think for what I want to do with these guys, I want to do like Uncle Adam and get one of the big floofy makeup brushes and dry brush, you know, some zenithal highlights on them, and then I'll go in with the airbrush and everything, you know, from the bottom up to, you know, around the crown here. So I'm not sure what kind of a degree that is, if that's 180, maybe not quite a 90 degree, but maybe, you know, like, anyways, angles are not my strong suit. But yeah, all the way up to around here, spray all around, and then I come in from above with my fluorescent pink. And that's how I achieve my synthwave colors. Just, you know, spraying from the top here. And yeah, come in and trim the metallic details with either black or this jade color. And I do two tones there. Jade and then turquoise. and boom, that's it. So I think I'll be able to really crank out, you know, a quality that I'm happy with on these Battletech, but pretty quickly. Thank you so much, my friend. Charles is a painting machine. I shouldn't be talking crap. I'm sitting on the lazy boy. The lymph node under the left ear is swollen, which means either infection or sickness around the corner. Oh man, I hope you're able to fight off that you know, sickness or infection before it becomes an issue, man. You know, you can, you know, get you you know, some medicine or some vitamins, you know, the old chicken soup and a nap, you know, whatever you can do to fight it off, my friend. 15 millimeter are hard for me, hands a bit shaky at times. And I understand that. I understand that. I have I was born a month premature, and so because of that, I had a lot of stop and start breathing when I was a baby. I was in you know, neonatal care for you know, neonatal ICU for a hot minute. But anyways, because I had a lot of problems stopping and starting breathing at first, they said that did some nerve damage to me, and so now there are just times that my hands shake, you know, and I've mostly got it under control most of the time as long as I'm concentrating. So I can still do things like paint and shoot, but then just sometimes it gets away from me, you know. So, but like I said, most of the time if I really focus, I can handle it. And I can start doing some of that priming right now. So, I'm getting to open these boxes with some of these awesome models, which is cool because, you know, they've been sitting in their box and I haven't really had a chance to really break them out of the box and take a look at them. Oh man, I have got some cool looking mechs here. Can't wait to put my colors on them. And I'm not like doing this to do like a proper unboxing or anything like that. I'm really just pulling them out of the plastic so I can prime them tonight. I'm getting old like Charles. You know, I think we all step a little closer towards, you know, that age every single day. Time, unfortunately, does not stop, does not slow. If I can find a way to keep my young ladies from aging, that would be great. Next 30 are Western Native Americans. Nice. Painting skin sucks. Oh, you'll have a lot of skin there. This one I think looks extra cool. Looks a little bit like the ones from Mech Warrior. I think half the time when I go to say Battletech, I end up saying Mech Warrior just because I remember the video games growing up. Alright, that is one box open. I just put my youngest girl in college at Arizona State. ASU Sun Devils. Oh man, well congrats. See, if I can learn to stop time, I'd preferably like to learn to do it, you know, before my girls get off to college. That would be what I'd like. I feel like they're just getting closer all too quickly to that age where they're going to be gone. That's so cool. Got nothing really done today. On again, off again, babysitting the grandson, who makes me shout like a dwarf. Not the beard, not the beard, not the beard, not the beard. And a couple hours at the grocery store for getting my meds. It's weird, wife and I are empty nesters. Battletech minis do look great. Yeah, I am not looking forward to the empty nest days, my friend. Not looking forward at all. Those of you who were here last week, I did a little update on my health, talking about how I'd just gotten out of the hospital and needed to make some changes in my life. And so, ooh, this is a real chunky big boy. I like this one. It has almost a Transformers kind of look to him. I probably just offended the Battletech fan out there somewhere. That's really cool. These heavy recon, I thought because, they were recon units, I thought these heavy recon guys would still be, a bit, fancier. But these heavy recon guys are pretty chunky indeed. So continuing on the health train, of course I'm starting to try and get some more activity, more movement in. And I really like that one of the big wargaming, successful guys, Mini Wargamer Dave, he's doing his Just Move new channel, which is cool. And yeah, trying to encourage wargamers to get moving, get a little bit more fit. That's a cool one. And so I'm trying to get a little more active myself. And like he said in his videos, wargaming and painting and hobbying, it's all a static hobby. So I think a lot of us could afford to get a little bit more active. So I know I myself definitely need to get moving a little more. My face is making most of these details not show up very well, but I think they look cool. But having said that, so I have to cut sugars and carbs pretty much, almost completely out of my diet. And so keto was a natural place for me to turn to. But also, what triggered my pancreatitis was an oversaturation of potassium because my body's not processing it. And so almost all forms of vegetables have, and fruits have some kind of potassium in them. And so it's controversial, but a lot of my family's already been doing carnivore. And so I have joined them on the carnivore train. And I am about 2 weeks on carnivore. And I gotta say, I was skeptical at first, but my blood sugar numbers are the best. I've been on this 2 weeks, and my blood sugar numbers are looking the best that they've looked in over a year. So, I mean, I'm definitely seeing some results health-wise. Not that I'm trying to preach or convince anyone to go, carnivore. I'm just saying that because of my dietary restrictions, man, it's working for me, and I'm really pleased, with how it's going. All right, saving my favorite for last. This is the Wasp. He or she is a little guy or girl. Normally I would just say he's a cute little guy, just, being a robot or whatever, but made me think of the Marvels, the Wasp, Then we got a little bit chunkier. I don't know what it is about that, akimbo double gun pose, kind of dual wielding there with heavy artillery. It looks super cool though. And then even chunkier. I think this one is called a Warhammer, if I remember correctly. Again, my face is taking up all the zoom in the detail. And then my absolute favorite from when I was a kid, or when I was 16 rather. Oh yes, it's the Phoenix Hawk, modeled after the Valkyrie Veritech fighter from Robotech/Macross. And I ended up watching, as I was getting ready to, as I was ordering this, getting ready, getting ideas to paint this, I watched a video about how there was, a huge legal battle, I think in the 90s, because, they were using basically the model for the Valkyrie Veritech fighter from Robotech as the Phoenix Hawk. And, the company that made Robotech was trying to get royalties from them and say, hey, you can't use our characters without permission. And it turned into a whole legal battle. Bust out the Voltron colors. Oh, that'd be cool. Wow. Happy freaking Friday, X-Gear Commander, my man. Psst, they're gray mythos. We are 9 here. 3 generations. Wow. Happy you overcame your pancreas, boo-boo. Thank you so much. Grandkids 10, 4.5, and 4 months. Whew. I also have Hex Encounter and a solitaire game on my table, both World War I. Very nice. Miniature Market having a clearance sale. Got through 41 of 81 pages without buying anything. Stay strong, my friend. Yeah. Clearance sale for Miniature Market, you say? Not that I have any money at the moment to buy with, but it still piques my interest. All right, so I have my picture for Mini Warmutt's group. You know what? I don't have my phone with me. All right, I will kick my legs upstairs at the ceiling and crash. Take care, all mythos. Get after it. I absolutely will, my friend. Got everything unboxed now, so I can get to the priming step. You have a wonderful night, and I'm going to get my paint on this weekend, I guarantee. All right, guys, so here we go. Minus the Primarch, because he doesn't stand up on his own, because his foot slots into the base, and so his miniature doesn't actually stand up on its own. But minus the Primarch, that is 23 of my 24 miniatures for this month, all lined up there on the this laptop here. And yeah, it is almost an intimidating amount of stuff to get through and paint, but being that I've already done one test model, I feel pretty confident that I can make it through it, because I've got a plan. That's one of the reasons why I felt like I had to just go ahead and crank out the test model, is because I've got a plan now. And once you know what you want to do, it seems easier, especially if I'm going to assembly line these guys. I'm probably going to go half and half with the assembly line. Like, I'll probably do all the airbrushing to get the synthwave pattern down. I'll do that all production line style. But then when it comes to cutting in colors with, the details, with the jade and turquoise for the metal areas, and lining things in black and stuff like that, doing lenses and stuff like that with the yellow. I think that's when I'm going to I'll do them one by one at that point. But yeah, so I've got a plan to get them to that point, So thank you guys so much for checking in with me, and yeah, just being here to listen to my plan. Thank you so much, Charles. I'm glad you think it's looking good, because I've got quite a bit of stuff to prime up. That's gonna be job number one. The Primark is already primed, so these 23 pieces this weekend, they will for sure at least get primed black. They're gonna get their makeup brushing of off-whites and then white, and then I'll go in with the airbrushing the synthwave colors in, and then after that I can take my time and focus on knocking them out individually at that point. So I think I got a solid plan, and I think I'll make it work. I'm so excited to see how the rest of the army comes out, looking like this. Just a whole army of guys, a whole sea of synthwave just standing next to each other. I'm so excited. I'm really excited too. It's not very often I strip down my miniatures and start over, but I really am looking forward to putting some classic Space Wolf colors on these. Again, I'm going to do it my way. There's going to be airbrushing. I'm going to do some probably crazy colors on the power sword, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right, guys, I know I'm super late, so it's a short one tonight. I'm going to go ahead and call it there, but I wanted to make sure that I at least got on, talked about my pledge for Mini Warmutts, going the distance challenge, and at least pop on to say hi to you guys, so that way there's not just a week of me absolutely missing the whole stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. If you guys liked tonight's episode, please make sure that you grab up an ox and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. Drop me some comments down below and let me know what you think of the synthwave scheme and how I'm going to absolutely smash, or if you think I won't, the 24 miniatures for the challenge this month. And if you guys are not yet subscribed to myself, Mini Warmutt, Gamers with Coffee, or anyone else that's in my Friends of the Frosted Fist link tree down below, then we would love to have you as part of the pack. So subscribe. Till next time, guys, stay frosty.